you know, this is a huge market with several different sectors covered under that HMO umbrella. So whether it be student accommodation or social housing, care homes, assisted living, private renters and young professionals living in multi-tenant accommodation, that HMO banner does cover quite a large spectrum. But from a technology standpoint, you know, hopefully most of the same rules apply to each. So this is going to be a big focus area for TP-Link over the coming months and years. So you're going to start seeing a lot more activity from us from a sales, marketing and technical point of view. And we believe the TP-Link Omada range can really offer a number of key value adds, which my esteemed colleague will run through with you in a minute. But before we do that, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. So the webinar will be approximately 30 minutes and there will be a short demo at the end of it as well. I think most people are on mute, but if you do come off mute for any reason, can you please pop yourself back on just so we don't get lots of background noises and interference. So our solutions architect, Andy, will run through the presentation. And then we've got Clive and Arturo in the background on the chat function. So if you do have any questions throughout the presentation, please just pop it on the chat function. It helps everyone as well, so that we can all see the questions and answers. And there will be time at the end to have a bit more of an open discussion. So once we've finished it, it's not a hard deadline of 30 minutes. You know, that's the approximate time, and at the end of it, we'll keep it open until we've exhausted all the questions from everyone. We've also got the TP-Link sales team on here, so if you want to pick up any commercial or business development opportunities within this area after the call, please feel free. Again, you can ask any questions on the chat. We're all here to support it. I think that's mainly it from me. So without further ado, we hand you over to Andy to start the presentation.
Thank you, Ben, for the introduction there. So as Ben says, I'm one of the solution architects here in TP-Link. My role is fundamentally to deliver the best technical outcome for your customers. So if you do have some questions, feel free to contact me directly after the webinar. My email address is andrew.blomley, which is BLOMLEY at TP-Link. Okay. Amazing when somebody gives you a call immediately as you start a presentation. So further ado, let's start. So Omada. Omada is a software-defined network. Now, a question a lot of people ask is, what is software-defined networking? Well, when you have a traditional network, your control plane and data plane are combined within a single item. So, for example, if I take a traditional wired switch, a wired switch will have a CLI interface, which is, the ability to manage and configure it, or a web interface on that device. Now that's the management plane. The data plane is sitting in where you plug your connections into. Now Omada changes that slightly. Omada allows you to separate the management plane and the data plane, and it allows you to give a high-level management features to your network. Now, by doing this, we improve the management and visibility of your network. And we also improve the ability to scale your network. So typically, this is done by a cloud management platform, and this gives your ability to manage multiple sites very easily. Now, the nice thing about this single plane of operation is it gives all of these facilities from a single device to hundreds or thousands of devices. being able to deliver minute-by-minute analytics, being able to deliver customization very simply from one single interface. So Omada Cloud gives all of this from a single access point. So just having one AP allows you to get majority of these features. Adding more APs, adding more switches, adding more routers gives you the full functionality of the solution. The nice thing about this solution is its scalability. As I've covered, it can always start from one AP or one switch or one router and scale to thousands of sites and hundreds of thousands of access points and switches. One of the key things when you have a large network is reliability. Being able to log in anywhere in the world and see exactly what's going on in your network. Being able to guarantee connectivity to the people connecting on your network is key. Being able to see what's going on, having full visibility, automatically detecting faults 24/7. Also, regarding our cloud, we have 99.9% uptime on our cloud. It's geographically isolated. So even if one part of the Amazon cloud, and we do use Amazon cloud, has a problem, this is our solution automatically moves to part of Amazon cloud that doesn't have a problem. So all of your backups, all of your precious user data is guaranteed to be kept safe. Okay? So we have designed this product to be reliable. We've also designed it to give you the information that you need. So this is very different from a typical ISP router. A typical ISP router doesn't have segregation. It also doesn't have bandwidth limits. You install it, okay, and you switch it on and people connect to it. Very few have remote monitoring, and even fewer have remote diagnostics. So though this will offer internet connectivity, it doesn't generally deliver the level of service that is required for an HMO. So when we go to Omada, what do we get? Well, we get the ability to have an inbuilt high performance firewall. We have URL, IP, MAC filtering. We have full access control. We support WPA3. And now the two most important features, captive portal and private pre-shared key. Now, private pre-shared key, I'm going to talk quite a bit about now. This is the ability to have a single SSID which has multiple VLANs behind it. Now, VLANs allow or enable network segregation. Network segregation is key to a high-performance network. Now, let me give you an example. If I've got somebody that is in room 301, they are using their internet and they are streaming from their mobile device to their television. Without network segregation, somebody else could either interfere with that stream or also start trying to stream content to that person's television. The network is no longer private because it is on a single broadcast domain. Now, with PPSK and with VLANs, this isn't possible. Each room has the ability to have its own VLAN. That own VLAN is assigned to possibly a wired port for a television, or a wireless access point, etc., if they want to connect the television via wireless. The user has their own unique PSK, pre-shared key. They put that into the device, that automatically assigns the VLAN, And once that's assigned, that is their private network. Now, the unique features of this is that you can then walk around and roam to other access points, still having your same network. You can still be streaming video to your TV in your room while walking around the rest of the property. No problems whatsoever. The VLAN follows you to whatever access point that you are connected to, giving you a continuous stream of data and security. So PPSK for HMO is important. Why is it important? Well, ease of deployment. Something that we'll show in the live demo shortly, the speed that you can deploy PPSK and the ease of deployment is key. We can deliver a simple deployment or a complicated deployment. It's down to you, down to your level of security. As I've already covered, each unit has their own password and their secure VLAN. So there is no requirement to have your PSK broadcast, okay, put on a sign outside saying this is your PPSK or your PSK for your network, because each unit has their own. Tenants enjoy coverage around the entire property, but have the same level of security. We can also easily connect IoT devices. For example, we can install an Alexa that is only accessible by that customer or that user. We can also install intelligent lighting systems that are only accessed by that user on their smartphone on that VLAN. So no scenarios where somebody will be switching other people's lights off. The other part of it is scalability. You know, the one thing about VLAN security is there's over 4,000 VLANs. So it is a highly scalable solution. So the now part of this is where we move to a quick live demo and we show you the solution. So let me just go into there. So this is my demo network on my solution, and I'll quickly do a quick overview of what my demo network looks like. So I have my internet connection here, followed by my core router here, and then my core switch, and then an access point here. Now, if I go to settings, and I go to my wireless networks, okay, as you can see, I have two wireless networks set up at the present moment. I have my PPSK demo network set up, and I have a captive portal network set up. So I'm going to quickly edit, first of all, the PPSK network. Now, at the moment, I've just set it up with a single VLAN and a single WPA personal key. I'm going to change this to PPSK without radius. It's now going to ask me to create a PPSK profile. So I'm going to manage my PPSK profile. In fact, we can delete that one. Okay. And we can manage this one. So these are some records that I've set up earlier, but I can add to these records. So I can add to this, and these will be adding additional units. So I can click onto auto. I can select the number of PPSKs that I'm going to create. I'm going to create a prefix. So PPSK demo. I'm going to automatically create the passcode length, which in this case is 8. And I'm going to create a VLAN assignment for those keys. Now, currently, the VLAN assignment will need to be overridden for additional ones, but that will change in later releases of the software. I'm going to hit apply. And you can see it's now created 3 additional PPSK profiles. Now, to change my VLAN assignment, I'm going to sit down and quickly edit that. So this is going to be for room 102, and this one is going to be for room 103. Okay. And that part of that PPSK has been now configured and is working. Okay. If I go to my wireless network now, okay, in my PPSK part, we can make sure that's assigned. Oh, sorry, wrong network. PPSK. And now that is applied a PPSK without radius, and is applied for the solution and be delivered. Okay, that's it. I'm also going to just demo the captive portal function of Omada. Now, this is very useful when you have guests coming to your properties. Short-term guests, again, you won't now need to supply a pre-shared key. You can very easily configure a voucher system for that guest to arrive. So to do that, I need to go into my authentication. I need to go into my portal. I'm going to edit my portal. I'm going to assign it to my captive portal network here. And here is where I can set up my local user and voucher code. So I'm going to set it up as a hotspot. So authentication type hotspot, type voucher, and I'm going to also add local user. As you can see down here, I have now got the ability to look at what the website is going to look at. So I can sit there and have local user access. I can sit here and have voucher access. I can also set up a landing page option here. So when they have been authenticated, I can send them to an additional landing page, in this case, tplink.com, but that can be to anything you like. I can also import a customized page. So if I'm not happy with the TP-Link logo, I can sit down and create my own custom page and import that into the solution as well. If I go into my voucher manager, I can sit down and create vouchers. So my code length, the amount of them, voucher duration in this case can be 1 hour, 24 hours, 7-day, custom, up to you. I can set rate limits, traffic limits, etc. I can hit save. And it's created a number of vouchers here. I can also go into local users. I can add manually a user in here. So okay, I can put a password in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, number of maximum users. So we use 5 times, and I can create that user. I can also import a batch of these users as well, if I would like to. The easiest way of doing this is to export your current users. And as you can see, you can create now this information, put all of this information in, and then upload that up to the portal. Okay, so finish that one off. Okay, so that is the authentication on the system done. Okay. So that is the end of the live demo part of the solution. We'll now just close that off and go for a quick summary of the network. So Omada offers a high-density Wi-Fi solution. Okay, we also have the ability to cover outdoor areas with Omada. So we have a range of outdoor APs as well as a large range of indoor access points. Okay. As we were saying, we can, design a very secure network and give different types of user access control on this. We can also connect to third parties. So if you require third-party radius integration, LDAP integration, etc., please contact us, talk to us later on about that. We've already covered, and you've seen a live demo of network authorization for PPSK. An area that we can also do is link multiple sites together for VPN access, if you would like. Across all of our network designs, it is designed for seamless roaming, and of course, because it is Omada, we have easy centralized management. Now, moving forward, we're also going to be starting to integrate IoT into the Omada platform. Now, why is this important? Well, we have a range of sensors. So, for example, the smart water leak sensor. If a leak is detected, it will automatically message that there is a leak in the property. We also have the ability to have motion sensors. Now, that can be able to trigger lights in common areas, but also be able to be a security device in areas that are restricted in the property. One thing that is key is energy management. So having sensors that will monitor the temperature and humidity of your property is key. And this is all going to be integrated into the Omada platform. And finally, a smart contact sensor, being able to detect how many times doors are opened, etc., within the property. So the improvements of these, into the Omada platform, the integration of these into the Omada platform is going to happen over the next 6 months. This will enhance the control of the Tapo range of products, but also be able to deliver a highly scalable enterprise solution for IoT. And this is just a quick overview of some of these products. So I'm now going to pass this over to yourselves. So we now hopefully have some questions that we can answer. So thank you very much for your time, and let's see what questions that we have.